And welcome back to the study of the journey. This is the next portion and this is the raised leaf sections. We're going to be doing rounds number 38 all the way to 46 today. We're going to be doing a section that looks like leaves, and so you want to be really strategic with your colors, and we're going to be having a lot of fun doing that as well. So continue to still use your same crochet hook. Mine it's a 6.5 millimeter size K, and we're going to begin, and I'm going to talk about color strategy first. So in this particular section you'll see it more clearly in your book, but this is a raised leaves section. It's resting inside of a channel, and so you may want to consider that these leaves are sacred, so you may want to have the leaves to be the same color on both times that you do it so that it keeps it looking consistent, and you can decide. This looks like it's in a channel, and it's a lot better view from an angle than it is straight on, because you can see the three-dimensional quality to it. This here will throw the pattern out of sync for a little bit, because the fact is in order to keep this sometimes we have to improvise, and we're gonna be doing that as well. So that's also discussed in the book. So we're gonna be picking up, and right now we're gonna be starting in this section here and moving our way out as we begin. So let's begin round number 38. Let's begin round number 38. So start off with a slip knot if you're starting a new color, and if you're continuing the old one just chain 3, but if you got new color just join it and then still chain 3, and then put in another double crochet into the same corner. We'll finish this corner when we come back around. So the corners in this particular round are 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So simply put in 1 double crochet in each of the stitches all the way around, and as I mentioned in the corners it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Nice and easy round. Please do this all the way around for round number 38. So then coming all the way back around, I am just putting my double crochets in. Remember that we have to finish the first corner with 2 double crochet. I am going to finish this yarn color off, but if you don't want to, just half double crochet and do a join and then start the next round. So I am going to fasten off, so just chain 2 if you're gonna do that, and join and change out your yarn. I'll be right back. Let's move on to round number 39. So whenever we do back post double crochet, we always have to make sure the corners are a half double crochet, so it's slightly smaller. If you make them a double crochet, then what's gonna happen is that the corners will grow out on an angle. So we're gonna start off in the corner. If you've done your chain, or sorry, your half double crochet join, and you're just gonna continue the same color, please just chain a total of 1. So just 1. So just attach and then chain 1. Now this chain 1 is not counting as anything, but it's just an easier way to keep track of the stitches. So in the first space here, just half double crochet. So we have 1 and 2. So the corners on this particular example will be 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets. So the chain 1 looks like it's an extra stitch there, but it's really truly not. So now you want to do a back post double crochet around each of the stitches. So just wrap the hook and come from the back and pop it out through the front, and then go back to the back, and then just double crochet. Once you get used to the motion, it becomes really easy. So just back post double crochet each of the stitches. So here's a tip for you. It's very easy to accidentally separate the plies, that it's very noticeable. So if you go in, make sure that you capture the entire post. It's possible to accidentally just grab a portion of it. See, watch what happens. And so you can see it's then misaligned. So you want to make sure that when you wrap the post, wrap it completely and capture all of the strands that are involved, so that when you look at it you can see that it's nothing but a layer of back post double crochet. So I do that from time to time, where I kinda just not paying attention because I know how to look away in crochet. So when I look down I realize that I may have not got the entire post. So you're gonna do this all the way around. So corners, as I mentioned, is 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet. So please do this all the way around, and this will be the 39th round. I'll be back in a moment. So I'm coming all the way around. This is round number 39, and we're just doing the back post double crochet is what we already know. And I'm going to be changing color because the next 2 rounds will be the leaves. So make sure you put in 2 half double crochets in the beginning one, and then I'm going to change color, so I'm gonna change to 2, chain 2, and then join it to the top of the first half double crochet, not the chain 1. And if you want to keep this color, you could have done the half double crochet join and then begin. So I am going to change to a green color for the leaves this time around. It's blue in the particular pattern, but you can decide what works for you. Let's start round number 40 next. Let's begin round number 40, and I am going to be using a green. The next 2 rounds I'm going to be using green to keep the leaves. So I actually did this whole section of the leaves twice. I did it the first time without actually doing a double treble cluster, and I just thought it looked weak, and so I wanted to make it a cluster to make it really pop. So let's begin our first part. So you're going to join. If you've done the half double crochet join and you just want to keep the color, just a chain 3. So for everybody else, if you're joining a new color, still chain 3 and then double crochet into the same one. The corners are not balanced in this one, this round. So when you come into a corner, it's slightly different, and I'll talk about that when we get there. So what I need you to do is that I need you to ignore the first 3 stitches. So the 1, 2 and 3, and go to the 4th. And that 4th one is where you want to apply the first double treble cluster. So you're gonna wrap the hook a total of 3 times, and going into the 4th, I'm just gonna trap that straggler in. So pull through. So you're not gonna finish this stitch, so you pull through 2, 2, 2 and hold it. So don't finish it. Then I want you to do that same thing into the same stitch. So wrap the hook 3 times and into the same stitch, pull through 2, 2 and 2. You should see 3 loops on the hook, and once you have the 3 loops, you're gonna pull through all 3, and that's a double treble cluster. Now the 3 stitches that you skipped, 1, 2 and 3, you're going to access them from behind. So you're just gonna double crochet those. So starting in the very first one, so just come in and just move that in front so it's out of your way, and double crochet this, and this is gonna fill in the back end of that. So you do all 3 in a row. Okay, and so those will have a lean that will lean this way. So we're going to begin the same process. So skip the next 3 stitches, so 1, 2 and 3, go to the 4th and do another double treble cluster. So the 4th one away, pull through 2, 2 and 2 and hold, and then wrap 3 times again, same stitch, pull through 2, 2 and 2. You see 3 loops, pull through all 3, and then fill in those 3 skip stitches by just shifting this in front and doing this. So I want you to do this all the way until you hit the first corner, which I'm gonna meet you there in a few seconds for now, but it's not what you think it would be, and if you see the diagram you can see exactly what I'm talking about, and I'll be right back in a moment. So you're gonna be doing the first half of the leaves in this particular round. So I'm getting close to the corner. I have 3 stitches left, and then I have a corner. It always worries me when I film a project that I've actually created, that make sure that it could actually be duplicated a second time, but I've actually tested this particular pattern 3 times already. So what I have is 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. So I wanted the leaves to go right into the corner. So what I'm going to do is that in the final corner space, that is gonna be the 4th stitch away. Okay, so I'm gonna use that space as the holding spot to start those leaves. So it's still considered just 1 stitch, and then I'm gonna fill in those last 3. You're gonna do this each time you run into a corner. So just what I'm showing you is gonna be applicable to the rest of the corners, including the very beginning where we started. Once you have that done, you still need to put more stitches into this corner. So you still need to put in a double crochet. So this would be, so just pretend in your mind that this is considered 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, but in fact one of the double crochets is these leaves, if that's easier for you to know. So then chain 2 and then start another side. So you're gonna start the side with just the 2 double crochets, and then this is when you're gonna begin the journey then to start. What I want to pay attention to the most is that where is the first stitch out of the corner? Look to the top. The first one is technically right under here. So just shift it out of the way so that you have access to it. So that's 1, 2 and 3 that you're skipping, and you're gonna go to the 4th. Most people skip that, and that's why they end up with stitch count errors. Hopefully it helps you to know that. So I'm gonna start immediately with my leaves, then the 4th stitch away. So you wanna make sure that you're capturing that first stitch right there. So you have your still your 3 in behind. So 1, 2 and 3. So now's the time to turn up your music and then just continue to enjoy going all the way around, and I'll be back in a few moments from now and I'll finish off this round and I'll start the next round after that, of course. I'm coming up to the end of round number 40, and we are throwing in those leaves formation, those double trebles. Remember, we're going to be using that corner space for the first one, and then we're filling in the 3 double crochets in behind it that lead up to that corner. So you still need to finish that corner though with the final stitch, and it's just 1 double crochet in the final. And then I'm gonna keep this color going. So if you're gonna fasten off, then you'll just chain 2 and then join it to the top of the first chain 3. But if you want to keep the color going, just join it with the half double crochet, and then we'll be prepared then for the second half of the leaf, which is going to make this stunning. So let's move on to round number 41 next. Let's begin round number 41. This round here, I wanted to let you know that the leaves match each other. So when we're starting off this, as long as you understand that, it makes sense. The leaves have to be done backwards compared to how you just did it. That's where the hang up is in people's minds. So before, when we kind of started a new leaf, we started with the double treble cluster first. We filled in the back end. This round here, we need to fill in the back end first and then put the double treble cluster in. Let's begin and see what kind of mess we can get ourselves into today. So I'm gonna immediately chain 3, and then I'm gonna double crochet into there. So the corners will remain the same in this particular section here of being 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, but we'll finish this corner when we come back around. So the first 2 are going to be double crochets on their own. Okay, so far you should be good. So let's blow your mind with these leaves being done backwards. This is the double treble cluster right here. Ignore that, skip over it, and I want you to go and see those 3 double crochets there. Start immediately by double crocheting those first. Noticing that I never chained 1, I just reached over and I'm forcing it in. But now you're not done. So wrap the hook 3 times and go into the one that you skipped. See my direction that I'm going in. I'm going from the top in, and I'm coming down into it, and I'm just picking it out, and I'm still doing the cluster work. So after you do that, and you're not gonna finish the stitch, you're then going to wrap the hook 3 more times and go into the same stitch. Just be consistent on how you're wrapping the hook into the stitch work itself. There's nothing wrong in crochet as long as you do it consistently, and once you see the 3 loops, you're gonna pull through all 3, and then that's done. And this is going to lean over on top of the other one, creating that leaves. So let's begin again. So you just finished with the cluster. So skip the next cluster, which is the next stitch, and double crochet the next 3. So 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and now you're gonna come into the one you skipped. So wrap that hook 3 times and going in, pull through 2, 2 and 2. Don't finish it, you're not done. Wrap the hook again 3 times, same stitch, pull through 2, 2, 2, and once that's done, pull through all 3, and there is your next set there. So what I want you to do is that I want you to go all the way, and I'm gonna meet you at the first corner to make sure that you're finishing your corners properly, and I'll be right back in just a few moments. So I promised you that I'd get to the end of the first term. So I've got my leaves now in here. This is the double treble cluster. So I only have one stitch left. So I'm going to fill that in with the double crochet. Just like that. Now we're gonna head right into the corner, and the corner will be what I already told you before. It's gonna be 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet, and then you're gonna start another side. So the leaves do match each other. So remember how we started this particular side before, is that the first 2 out from the corner are just 1 double crochet each, and then you begin the leaf formation all over again. So just skipping over the cluster and just double crochet the next 3, and then do that double, or do that cluster that you already know in the skipped one. And you'll do this all the way around. This is round number 41, and when I come back I'll be at the end of that round, and we'll carry on our journey as we continue today's tutorial. And keep on going, and I'll be right back in a few seconds. So I'm coming all the way around, and I'm just finishing this last cluster here. There's 1 stitch left, and then you have your beginning corner. 2 double crochet, and I'm gonna eliminate this color, so I'm gonna chain 2 and then join it to the top of the first chain 3. I am going to be strategic about it, so I'm gonna return back to the brown to kind of frame that in, and that's what I'm moving on to next for round number 42. Let's begin round number 42. I'm using brown just to make sure that that kind of looks more framed, and I want to come into the corner space as always. So I'm going to join and chain 3. That's your first double crochet, and then double crochet again. So the corners on this particular round will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. We'll finish this one on the way back through. So this round is nice and easy. The texture was really quite long as far as time. So this one is 1 double crochet in each of the stitches going all the way across, and then in your corners, as I mentioned, it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Please do this all the way around. This is a relatively simple round, so just make sure everything gets a double crochet. I'm coming to the end of number 42, and we're just double crocheting into each stitch. Remember, the final corner has to be filled in of 2 double crochet, and if you're going to continue the color, then you could do a half double crochet join, but if you're gonna be like me, fastening off, just chain 2 and attach to the first chain 3, and then change out your yarn. I'll be doing that, and I'll be right back in a moment to take you to 43 next. Let's do number 43. You've already done it in this segment already, just a back post double crochet round. If you're starting new color, then you're just gonna attach and chain 1. If you are continuing along and not changing color, just chain 1. Now let's begin. The corners will be 2 half double crochets to start. So in this round, like it was before, the corners are 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet. Don't worry about this chain 1 when you get back around. Just continue again on the back post double crochet around each post, and that's all there is to it. So remember, your corners are 2 double crochet, or sorry, 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet, and do this all the way around for number 43. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm coming all the way back around on round number 43, and I'm just filling in the last space here with 2 half double crochets. I am gonna change the yarn because it's fun, and so I'm gonna chain 2 and then join to the beginning half double crochet, or if you would like to continue the color, just join with the half double crochet join and to the first half double crochet as well. So let's pick up and let's do round number 44 next. Let's begin round number 44. Go to the chain 2 space corner, and you are going to just join like that. You can chain 1, and then I need you to put 1 single crochet into that space. For this particular round, the corners are 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. So it's a nice easy round for you, so just making sure that you just capture the first 2 stitches correctly. I'm just taking a look where I want to go. So when I'm looking at this particular one here, this is the first stitch, this is the second, and then it's here. It appears that there's 3 stitches, but there's not. That's just that chain 1 that we built out on that makes it look like it does. like the chain one, the one we did the last round. So just place in one single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around, and then corners, as I mentioned, is one single crochet, chain two, one single crochet. Please do this for round number 44. As I'm coming around the first corner, I just want to recap. Remember that when you are, it's not the first corner that you start, but every other one. What's gonna happen here is that the first stitch is buried underneath this, so you just have to shift it out of the way. So it's right here, it's not here, and this is what throws people out of sync on these patterns. So I try not using half double crochet much in my designs, but sometimes you have to do it. So just make sure that you don't misunderstand the corners. So I'm coming all the way around, just single crochet. This is round number 44, coming into the last one, and then do that last space, one single crochet. I am going to end the color, so I'm gonna chain two and join to the first single crochet. If you want to keep it, just join with the half double crochet and move on. So let's start round number 45 next. Let's start round number 45. You've already done this before in the last video in this series. You're going to join to the beginning. So if you are continuing the same color, just chain three, and for those that are starting a new color, just join and then chain three. So 1, 2, 3. In the same corner, I need you to put in one more double crochet. We are going to do the skipping of the stitches like we did back here. That's exactly what we're doing. And so you'll chain one and you'll skip the first one out of the corner, and then you'll come to this one. So this chain one that you started, or this beginning one that you chained one, that looks like it's two stitches, but it's only one. So don't confuse that. So you're just skipping one and then chain one and then skipping one and chain one, and you'll do that all the way to the next corner, and I'll see you in the first corner in just a few moments from now. So I'm coming up to my first corner, so all corners will be the same. I'm just continuing the sequence, and you should end up with the second last stitch before the edge, before the corner. So chain one and then come right into your corner, so skipping the last one before. So if your stitch counts are right, that should happen. So the corners are 2 double crochet, chain two, 2 double crochet, and then you're gonna start a new side again. So after you get that corner done, chain one, skip the first one out and go immediately to the second, and then start your sequence again. So just chain one, skip one, double crochet in the next, and please do the remaining of this all the way around. This is still round number 45. So I'm coming all the way back around, and I've already chained one, and I'm just gonna put my 2 double crochets into the beginning. Now I'm gonna change this out, so chain two and then just go to the top of the chain three. If you would like to keep the color, just do a half double crochet join, and then we're ready for the final round for today's video. Let's begin 46. Let's do round number 46, and it's like this before when we did it down here where we're filling in the spots. We're doing the same thing again, so it's really not a big deal. So I'm going to do a standing single crochet. You can join and then chain one and do a single crochet, it's up to you, but a standing, you put it onto the hook, loop it, you see 2 loops, pull through 2. That's a standing single crochet. It looks nicer to my point of view. So each one of the stitches across will be 1 single crochet, and when there's a chain 1 space, just fill in the space itself like that, and this will then make these posts look like they're peekaboos. So if there's a stitch, fill in the stitch. If there's a space, fill in the space. So when you get to the next corner, it's going to be the same as what you already know. So it's gonna be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and then continue around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So I'm coming around, and I'm just going to apply 1 single crochet into the final and chain 2. I'm going to eliminate the color, so I'll join to the first single crochet. You wanna know a secret? So it turns out that when I did this round here, on this side here, when I finished, I ended up with an extra chain 1 space. I just counted it. So what I did, and this is totally cheating, but you're allowed because who cares, right? So what I did is that I put 1 post and 1 space together, so that eliminated 1 stitch, and then I did it 1 more time so that I could bring myself back into balance to eliminate the 2 extra stitches that I created by result of an extra space. So this will put me back in balance, and it's great to leave tips like this in a video. I know that 100% accuracy is the best, but you know what, if you don't know how to cheat the system with crochet because there are no rules, then it makes it harder. So this video has been longer than I anticipated. It's about 8 hours of filming behind the scenes, all condensed for your viewing pleasure, of course, because I did a lot of stitch work behind the camera. And overall it's been pretty good, and next week will be the final conclusion of the study of the journey. And that's it for now. Have a good one, and we hope to see you again real soon. And I'm your host Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd. Bye bye.